So a very good morning to you. 18 minutes to 9. Let's have a little dig around the news then and see what we've got for you this morning to sort of tickle your fancy. Sian, you've got something a bit fruity to kick us off.
I have, yes, a big Apple launch, but not the iPhones or the iWatches or anything like that. This is an actual new variety of apple.
Right.
It is called the Cosmic Crisp, and it has been launched in the US. It's taken 2 decades to develop this apple, so it better be good. It has bright yellowish dots on its skin, which look like distant stars, which is why it's got the name, and it has cost $10.5 million to launch this apple.
Wow, I wonder how often they sort of come up with new apples.
Why do you need it?
I don't know. Why does anyone need anything, I suppose? But
that's
a point.
There's a good retort. That's true. But this is interesting. So what was the name of it again?
It is the Cosmic Crisp.
Right, I like the sound of that. It sounds quite tempting, doesn't it?
Sounds rather appetising.
Yeah, it's not something you think, really, do you? You just think that all food exists and fruit just grows. You don't think of it as being developed.
Yeah. It's quite strange. I'm picturing like a lab, like a Frankenstein situation, but for fruit.
Yes. Loads of men in white coats surrounded by apples there. What's your favourite apple, Rhian?
Well, John Moss did just pull a this sounds really weird. A green apple. I can't remember the type of it.
Is it a gala?
A gala apple out of his pocket before when he nipped into the newsroom. He was like, "I know what you want," and then just produced this apple. So I'm going to say whatever apple John Moss gave me this morning.
Making sure you get your 5 a day.
Well, there you go.
What about you, Sian?
I quite like a what's the pink lady?
That's mine. I have a pink.
Nice and sweet.
I bring a pink lady into work every day.
I saw it on your desk actually.
And the apple. Yes, it's there. It's there right now, awaiting to be devoured. I always have that when I come off air 9:30, straight into the pink lady apple. I've got a Disney themed story for you this morning. Here's a question: what do you think is Disney's most streamed song on Spotify? Any thoughts?
Let It Go from Frozen.
I would also have guessed Let It Go.
You know, when they've had like A Whole New World, Beauty and the Beast, those big Mary Poppins songs. But no, yeah, absolutely spot on. It is.
Sorry. I should have gone with something else.
It's obvious when you think about Spotify as well, this modern world. Frozen, been one of the biggest films of recent times. Let It Go has taken the top spots for Disney on Spotify. Over 300 million plays since it was... It's all right, isn't it, since it was released?
And that's just Mark Tiley's personal
playing. He loves it. He loves this new movie as well. And, of course, Idina Menzel doing music in Frozen 2 as well. Do you know how much she gets paid every time this is streamed on Spotify?
Every time it gets streamed?
Yeah. So every stream on Spotify, the artist gets paid 0.0034 of a pound. However, because Let It Go has had over 300 million plays, Idina Menzel has generated around 1.1 million from streams on Spotify, which is all right, actually, isn't it? You sort of think, what, 0.0033 of a pound? Nothing. With all those plays.
It adds up.
It's not bad for a sort of day's work. Nice little thing going into the bank account. So if you're streaming Let It Go today on Spotify, you're most definitely not alone in all those new Frozen songs as well. Have either of you seen the new Frozen movie?
I haven't seen the first Frozen movie.
No, me neither. Have to confess.
It's all right. I mean, I know there's a massive hype around it. I'm a big Disney fan, but I appreciated it for, changing Disney traditions and strong female characters and whatnot, but it didn't really hit the mark for me.
Fair enough. And you've got a little sort of festive theme story.
Keeping with the festive theme, apparently Secret Santa is giving millennials anxiety.
Oh no.
What?
Yeah, because apparently people, they don't want to come across as stingy, so it's making them really anxious. So even if they've been given a budget of, say, £5, they're so aware of people whittering behind their backs about buying a naff present that it's literally causing anxiety.
Wow.
I can't believe that. So, well, that's, anxiety's a bit strong, but actually, I know when we've done Secret Santa, you're right, you do, because everybody's going to see the presents, and it's never secret, is it? That's the thing.
You always can figure it out, can't you?
That's it. Yeah. And I think generally you sort of confess, don't you, when it's all sort of done and dusted, and there is that thing of, I want to make sure it looks good in front of everybody.
Well, exactly,
It's the whole keeping up appearances thing, I guess. Are you
it is.
doing any Secret Santas yourselves this year?
I am not involved in a Secret Santa at the present time.
No, I don't have enough friends.
I'm with you there. Why don't we do one between us then, so we don't feel left
It
out?
won't be much of a
I don't know if I
secret
can handle the
between-
pressure now.
between three.
Sean, you actually make a very good point there. I shall skulk away into my Christmas corner. Before I do that, though, do you fancy a Christmas tune?
Yes.
Of course.
We did Shaky yesterday, so let's go a little further back in time for this little cracker.